Good evening and welcome to the Friday Night Podcast. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have got Ben from North Cinematics on the panel and we've got Stealth Slicer. Tonight we're going to talk about Insurgency Sandstorm, the Breakaway update. Going to give you a bit of feedback from the three of us. We're going to tell you about the map, the weapons and the skins. And I just need to turn something off. That was a bit of a mistake there. I actually had myself on so I could hear myself. Anyway, then we're going to talk about Black Ops Cold War, what's next after Modern Warfare, and what will change in Warzone after the launch. Battlefield's fake teasers. Is DICE mocking fans with long-awaited content for the next entry in the franchise? And then we're going to talk about the social network that me and the lads are trying to promote and start a gaming social network. Like say, I've got Ben from North Cinematics and I've got Stealth Slicer with me tonight on the panel. They're going to tell you a little bit about yourselves. It might be boring for the people who actually watch the podcast every week, but there's other people that come along and watch the podcast afterwards. So I'm going to start with Ben and then if Stealth can jump in straight afterwards. So Ben, a little bit about yourself and promote your channel by all means.
Hello, so my name's Ben or North Cinematics, and I create content on tactical games. Just released an Insurgency Sandstorm console video, so if you want to check that out on my channel, you can. And yeah, most of the games that I stick to is tactical hardcore games, but I do also keep up to date with Battlefield 6 and Black Ops Cold War. So just have a mix between sort of the indie games and AAA games, really.
Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Well, good evening, even. Stealth Slicer. I'm also into creating content for YouTube. I've primarily done only a small few things so far, but Insurgency mainly. I've also started to touch on Stalker 2, given this excellent series that's come back after a long decade gap. I'm also branching out into certain other games that are coming out with new releases, given everything that's been impacting game development in recent terms. But yeah, I'm slowly getting into producing some more content. Need to do some major upgrades before I can really get to it, though. So lads, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about games, what I've mentioned a couple of minutes ago, but I just want to say hello to Mason Weschler, I think your name is. He found me off an Amazon review. So, yes, it was for the Amazon, the HyperX Quadcast, I'm sure it was. I'm sure Mason will let us know. Thanks for popping along, Mason. It's amazing. It shows if you advertise your site in different places, it does sometimes work, and giving half decent reviews. I just want to say, Mason, the two of the guys that are with me tonight actually both use HyperX Quadcasts. I changed my mic, but thanks for coming along. It's really good here. And if you could possibly subscribe to North Cinematics, Stealth Slicer, and if you see on the television board that we have on there a few of the promoted sites that we like to let people know about, such as Chris at CT Gaming and Slavic Pigeon. Anyway, so gentlemen, I think we should start on Insurgency Sandstorm. So the Breakaway update. Feedback, guys. Who's going to go first?
The Breakaway update. We are going to reveal to you 6 new things, which aren't really 6 things. Some of them are stacked, but you look at the image and see most of them. Welcome
to Operation Breakaway.
Fuck's sake, mate.
That is my elevator pitch, Operation Breakaway. Most of the shit we saw in their concept art is shit that is part of the release. I like the look of some of the new things. It's not a new map, it's a remastered map. I like to make that distinction.
It definitely is.
It looks nice and shiny. I'd be interested to see how the gameplay actually works in it. New weapons are what keep this game afloat. Had they not kept up with that, I would have stopped playing a long time ago. Outpost is a mode that I've been waiting for with the rest of my squad that I play games with for a very, very long time. We've been quite interested in something a bit more bigger and intense than the standard co-op play or even PvP play. As for the other stuff that is currently still quote-unquote classified, we can already see a couple things in the actual artwork for the update that haven't been mentioned, so you can guarantee that at least one, maybe two of those things you can already see. Not sure about the sixth one, though. Probably going to be something fairly simple, or maybe that we've even missed.
So what new weapons have we got? Is it the Famous and the Org?
Famous and the Org, which you can see in the forefront of the image, held by the female individual. And you can also see in the back right the security missions using an Org with its standard red dot and a foregrip. What I would quickly like to point out first, though, is if you look at the dude on the left, I'm not 100% convinced that that is a weapon we already have in game. It might be In fact, no, it is not the Alpha AK because that is a different stock. I can't
That
quite
like an
make out what it is.
M416. What is it?
No, it's not got a correct barrel shroud unless the barrel shroud is removed. But what I mostly want to point out, underbarreled shotgun. That is a very, very interesting attachment in my opinion.
I thought that was quite interesting that they added that. Is it going to make its way to the game though?
It's almost got pride of place on their cover art for Operation Breakaway. I would, if that's not in the game, I'd be very confused.
Yeah, that'd be very.
But
because they're already in. I think the CT stopped now, but it was in the CT. Did anyone go on? Because I've got to admit, I totally deleted the game. I'm totally transparent where I am with Insurgency Sandstorm. Deleted it. Not happy with the game. Having said that, when Saber Interactive get involved, and I think we can probably move on to that in a couple of minutes, when Saber Interactive get involved, I'm sure I'll come back to the game. What did you boys actually think of the skins? I mean, for me, it's quite lame. It's a tan skin, but it's 100 times better than what it was. The blue lava and the red lava. Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad it fits the universe of Insurgency Sandstorm, so it's not. I think it's pretty generic, but it's good that it's not.
But you can't get it with your Sandstorm points. You have to pay for it.
Yeah. My personal opinion on it is far too bland and far too simple to be a premium cosmetic. However, it should be. It should have some sort of pride of place, but if you're going to make something which is essentially just a tan weapon with some fucking hexagons thrown on it, it's not really justifiable as a premium skin.
I know that you have to pay for.
No, if you made it something like 50,000 credits or some shit, sure. Granted, I'm someone who doesn't buy shit, so I have 50.
I don't know, Fenn.
But this is what I mean.
Let's just let you
work. At least make it accessible to people, because in my mind, that's not worth fucking 30p.
No,
because
it's not worth 3p, mate. It's not
worth anything.
You should be able to. Yeah, I mean, if you've got elite skins or whatever, however you want to describe them, if you've got something like that and they're worth buying them, fair enough. This is a generic skin that, in all fairness, anyone in Paint could make.
How long do you reckon it would have took
him?
Me, it would have took me 5 minutes. Not even that.
Yeah. I must admit,
I can piss quicker.
My friend Chrono, who is essentially my wingman whenever I'm playing Insurgency, we always buddy up on it. He linked it to me and he said, "Oh, new skin for Insurgency." I opened it up and I looked at it, and I literally said to him, because I was on voice at the time, I was like, "What's the skin?" And he was like, "It's there." And I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "It's got hexagons on it." I was like, "Oh shit, it does have hexagons on it." I was like, "What a fucking letdown."
Sorry, gents, just to butt in. Mason, thank you very much to subbing to the other guys. Also, how you doing, Chris? And Mason, Chris at CT Gaming Zone is one of the other people that was talking about. If you could sub to Chris as well, that'd be brilliant. Just wanted to say thank you, guys. Sorry for butting in. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, so I was just saying that the actual weapon skin is pretty unforgivable. It's just too basic. I mean, this is the baby's first get 5 headshots skin in any other game. However, if we are going to sort of remain on the skins topic, we are seeing that interesting sort of blue digital urban camo on the Operation Breakaway, the most prided place you can get, dead center in the foreground on the gentleman with the TOS shotgun.
Oh yeah,
That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, that looks decent.
I could see that justifiably as a
You'd pay
paper's
for that.
Yeah, you would pay for that. I would
Yeah.
pay for that if it was, if I wanted.
Because it'd be worth you paying for that.
It's unique. It makes you stand out compared to just having a random desert camo.
Yeah, exactly.
Something I do want to mention, however, though, is that Insurgency Sandstorm has done two things which make me rather curious about this skin. One, paid stuff is weapon stuff is paid stuff, and two, physical wearable cosmetics actually change your model. They are something drastically different, like the ghillie suit or the night suit.
Yeah.
This guy, though, this guy just looks like a security dude
Probably does.
without armor.
does.
He has just got a standard combat harness on,
Yeah,
which makes me think,
yeah.
is this going to be an actual new skin? Or is this just going to be a new camo for your uniform? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't. I know what you mean. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm seeing what you're saying.
Skin for him. So,
Yeah.
I just sorry guys, again I like to interact with the stream. Jakob, I'm sorry mate, I'm not even going to try and murder your surname. He said the skins on the workshop for the old game were far better, and I totally agree with you. I'm sure the boys will. Mike Jeffrey, evening to you as well. Let's have a look. Forrest Felix, we all know Forrest. That's Jack's son. How you doing mate? And thanks, everyone seems to like the new desk. I was doing it for memes, and Mike Jeffrey, thank you for saying their desk is top notch. It's just a little bit different to what we usually do in. Yes, it's Chris. Chris is back. So I think we've got Chris from CT Gaming back with us. He'll obviously join in, but I really appreciate, and don't forget if you could subscribe to everyone else, Stealth Slicer 77. We got Chris at CT Gaming, and of course Ben at North Cinematics. At this moment in time, we're just talking about Insurgency Sandstorm Breakaway update. Yep, go in, mate.
Slavic, say something.
Oh, is Slavic in? Have we actually got Slavic in? I think he's not. He's actually not one for the podcast, and I do understand he gets not confused, but he finds it hard to sort of join in. But Slavic, you should join in, mate. It's basically Friday night. We used to just talk about random shit. Sometimes we have open mic nights where we just talk about anything. But one thing I just want to talk about before we close the Insurgency Sandstorm Breakaway update is the announcement for the consoles. Anyone want to start with that? Ben is probably better starting with that.
Let Ben start.
Yeah. So I mean, the announcement on the surface, it does look like the same old stuff that we usually get, but I mean, to me, it does tell me that we're probably going to see some sort of gameplay reveal as the next announcement from Insurgency. I think all the other posts before have been pretty much just, we'll give you news when we give it you. But to me, they've put console back in the forefront of everyone's minds again, which to me, if you don't have anything to share, you're not gonna say anything about it. You're gonna try and keep as quiet as possible. So I think Saber Interactive, I mentioned to you,
decent company, by the way. Yeah, decent
company. They did Crisis Remastered.
Yeah,
recently they got ray tracing for the consoles. It was software based, but nevertheless, the reflections that they got on the console looked pretty brilliant, to be honest. And they still got, it wasn't a great frame rate, but from the effects and the graphics that they actually...
Ben, in all fairness, better than better than nothing.
Better than nothing. And they even got it on the current gen as well, not just the... I know because there's like Xbox One X, and you also have PS4 Pro, but they also got it on the PS4, the base, and the Xbox One as well. So Yeah, I think the Saber Interactive, if they would have been the guys working on Sandstorm originally for the
From the beginning, definitely.
would have probably seen it a lot sooner. So,
Oh, months ago, years ago.
yeah.
Last year, you would have seen it if Saber were
okay.
on this.
but
yeah.
whoever was doing it before, I don't know what they were running into, the sort of issues. But yeah, it didn't look great before. But
The
go on.
comment chains, it was Black Tower Studio. I can't verify that.
Yes, I think it was. Yes, you're right, Stealth. I always miss that out of my mind. I couldn't
Forgot, yeah.
remember yet. It was. Yes, it was Stealth. But go on, Stealth.
No, please launch into the topic.
No. I was actually. You know what really bothered me is they could have just let people know. That was a big issue with me, and that was the big issue with console players. And do you know what? To start banning people, to start muting people, shadow banning people, chastising, criticizing people because they were asking questions. All they had to do was tell the truth. If they would have turned around, and I've always said this, if they would have turned around and say, look, the game's not where it's supposed to be, we're behind, we're not going to get it out, we're going to have to get someone else to help us, people would have been pissed off, but they would have accepted it. And you know what? No one would have kept going at them, especially someone like me. I would have had no place because they would have told me, we have no idea when it's going to come out. But the fact is that they teased these people, and it still didn't happen. Hopefully the new Saber announcement is not another tease, because I don't think the Embracer Group will let this happen. And like Ben said, you've got an experienced company in the Saber Interactive Group that are renowned for their console ports, so fingers crossed for everyone that the game will come out.
Could you raise that point, Devlin, just about Embracer Group? Because I was just going to say, I don't think Embracer, like you said, would have allowed a statement like this to go on their behalf.
There is that, yeah.
Having some, there must have, for me, there has to be something there for Embracer to go, okay, we're happy with you putting that statement, or even something like Saber Interactive. They've got a good track record.
Yeah,
and I don't think they're a company that would want their reputation to be on the line.
But you've got to understand, Ben, Saber Interactive are the same as Insurgency Sandstorm, NWI. They're just an offshoot of the Embracer Group. Now, the Embracer Group are the people who are in charge, and I think I've got to totally agree with you that I don't think, because NWI would have had to pass this through Embracer Group. So you're probably right that I don't think the Embracer Group would have let them give this announcement out if there wasn't some credibility towards it. I honestly still believe this will not come out on this gen consoles. I think it'll come out on next gen consoles. But what's the point of put it on this gen console?
Yeah,
there isn't one.
No, exactly.
I get what you mean.
So does anyone else would like to contribute to anything regarding the breakaway feedback? Off you go, Stealth.
Yeah, I would actually like to just comment around the whole console stuff, which is, as you were saying, we wouldn't have people on their back if you were doing transparent, blah, 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 blah. And the important thing about that is, now we've got something. Okay, very cool. They've given us that first breadcrumb. And the good thing about this, or the thing that I hope happens out of it, is that myself, you, Ben, Chris, we can put away our knives and we can start really getting back into this. Because that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you want to win people back over, admit you were wrong, and then start telling the truth. As soon as you start telling the truth, people will get back on your side, because we've been saying it since day one.
And there's nowhere anyone like myself can go.
Yeah, we genuinely want to support you. Insurgency has a...
Even me, NWI, even me.
I know Devlin means that as well when he says it. He's,
oh, yeah.
Because people say that he's just being a hater, but I know that you would love if NWI came out and actually got this game out for the consoles.
I'd love it. I'd be over the moon.
The game, because he has actually been supporting it since day one.
Day one, before day one.
Yeah.
The amount of times where we've been doing Insurgency content, we've been ripping into it, then after stream or before stream or during stream or whatever, we've gone off, we've done the game of Insurgency, and all of us have been left going, fuck me, why can't they do something good? Because I love this game.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. if they do manage to turn this around, suddenly all of the detractors become supporters. That's great.
Correct.
What does worry me is this whole switch between Black Tower and Saber, because someone in the comments, not going to name names, someone in the comments did make a good point, which is, if Black Tower has done anything, is that being thrown away? Or is that being moved over? And
Can I butt in here, Stealth?
Yeah,
can I just support Black Tower for 1 second? I think, and this, right, okay, without saying too much, in my personal opinion, my own personal opinion, I think Black Tower were told one thing, they were given one thing, and what they were given and told was completely different to what they actually received. I think they were given a molehill. They were pitched a molehill, and they were given a mountain.
That's fair.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And as a developer, I'm sure you'll appreciate that when a client comes to you with something they want, they want like 1,000 times more than that.
Well, there's a very, very old meme of what the client wants, what the client actually receives, what the developers built. It's a whole image series of just what the client actually wants is just a tire swing from a tree, but it's an entire little comic that goes through all the different iterations of this shitty tire swing, which is completely different to what they want in the end. But anyway, that's an aside. And that's why I wanted to mention this comment, because you're handing either nothing or something over to another studio. This is a completely separate group of people who have now picked up this project. They've never seen that code, and depending upon how that code looks and how it's actually, what state it's in, there's a lot of things.
I know.
I want to know what state it was in before.
Yeah.
But I personally think that Sabre will just say, give it here, shut up, and let us deal with it.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what I would do. And I'm sure the Embracer Group will go, look, this is one of our franchises. We know they can do this job. NWI, shut the fuck up. We're giving it them. They're going to release it because now it's the Embracer Group's money. It's not NWI's money. And I think it's going to be brutal like that. But I'm not one for big companies like Activision and EA taking over small developers and like taking the reins. But I think in this instant, it needs to happen.
And this is what I was going to say. I don't care what Black Tower or NWI have done or have wanted to be done. When you give a partial project over to another development team who have never seen it, just let them sink the teeth into it. Let them rip it apart.
Exactly.
Let them do it how they
Exactly.
do it. Because that way they know the code base, they know how everything works, and you will have a big lag at the start. You'll have a lag in that code, but as soon as they get over that, bang! It all becomes their code.
And it'll all come together. They own that project. Howard Hawkins, just want to say hello. He said, "Hello, gentlemen." And Devlin, and he's liking the setup as well. We started this as a meme. Maybe we'll keep it. I don't know. Do you like where the chat is? Do you like the advertising board? I don't know, but people seem to be liking this setup. What we need though is to get these boys to get their face on camera so we can put everyone else like a proper panel. I'll get there one day. So, gentlemen, are you ready to move on to the next subject?
Hi, Landy. Hi.
Black Ops. Black Ops. So we're going to Black Ops Cold War. So we've been through the alpha, and I'm sure everyone wants to know what's happening after Modern Warfare. What will change in Warzone after the launch? I never got the opportunity to play Cold War because I don't have a PS4, I have a PC, but some people, Jack Frags, do have the opportunity to play it. But from the footage I've seen, I'll probably give my impressions afterwards. I'll go to Ben first, I think. So, Black Ops Cold War, mate, what do you think? And are you going to buy it? Do you think it's a good iteration of the franchise? Over to you, Ben.
Yeah, so I mean, from what I've seen from Black Ops Cold War, I actually don't mind it. I know a lot of people actually hate it, but I think the time to kill I liked, but it was a little bit too slow for me. Like I think they could have sped it up a little bit. But I'm glad that they've actually tweaked the time to kill. But that's just a personal thing, because I think it gives you a little bit more time to actually turn around and actually act upon one when you're being shot at. I think the graphics from what I saw, I can't really comment because it was, well, from the footage that I've seen, it's PS4 gameplay, so you know it's not going to be it's not for me in terms of like the graphics that I'm going to see. So I mean, it's just going to be, it's running on the same engine apparently as well. So it's going to
Oh, I thought it was on a different engine.
I think it's running on a different engine, but it's basically the same engine.
Right, okay.
Like, they're taking bits from each other, so it's all going to be kind of the similar sort of stuff.
So maybe it's the same concept, but different engines.
Yeah, they're kind of like, I think they might have the same engine, but they're sort of with Black Ops Cold War, they're sort of re-engineering it for their game, so they're just taking little bits but from each other. But I think overall it looks kind of similar to what we see from every Call of Duty game. I am still interested to see what they do with the campaign. That's what I'm interested in the most.
Just to butt in, have we still got Chris?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, he's still here because sorry, Chris, I forgot you were still here because he actually played it. I'll come to Chris next. Just want to say, Howard Hopkins, thank you for saying I'm ugly. You're a superstar. And Lisa Hopkins, hello. It's an absolute pleasure when you're here, the better player of the family. So Lisa is Howard's wife. She's the far better first-person shooter player. Hello, Lisa. Say hello, boys.
Lisa, hello.
So Ben, sorry. Oh, Slavic's here. Ben, finish off, and I'll get Chris in because Chris actually played.
Chris has actually played it. So from what I've seen, it looks all right. But I'm going to be interested to see how it plays when I actually play it for the alpha. But I think Chris is probably going to be able to tell you a bit more.
So can we go straight over to Chris? Chris, you actually played it. I think you quite enjoyed it. So can you give us first-hand sort of a first-hand review of the game itself that you played in the alpha?
So, how to say it shortly for everyone to understand what have I played? Basically, Call of Duty became playable in 2020 because Modern Warfare is absolute garbage with gameplay, with all of their random spawns. They have like weirdness with the maps, a lot of problems with the textures, like the footsteps. Like when there is an enemy about 5 meters away, you can't hear shit. Treyarch, with Black Ops Cold War, they finally managed to revive the old Call of Duty scene in 2017, like 2014, all of those older ones. The spawns are on point, they are predictable, you can finally play and hear footsteps from far away. Also, the maps are like balanced in the Treyarch way, so they got like high spots, medium spots, and lower spots. TDM, like Kill Confirmed, is basic Call of Duty. Nothing surprising here. It's just Modern Warfare, but set in the 80s, with some slight changes, which you will notice when you play the beta or the release. As for the higher Battlefield-style maps, as how those bigger folks say it, like
the ground war maps.
Yeah, ground war. Like this is no Battlefield. I'm telling you this straight. Even though they have tanks, like boats, I played them. They are in no way Battlefield style.
Two completely different games, Chris.
They're really janky. They're like put there just to exist and do their stuff. So you can clearly see with the Battlefield maps that PlayStation and Xbox reached their end of life because the stutters are just incredible. I understand that this is an alpha, like all of this stuff is still like in early production. Yet it's so fucking stuttery. Like 20, 15 FPS when you get in a tank.
Really?
You can't even see enemies. Yeah,
Shit.
it was a horrible experience. So I suppose the ground war maps are decent this time around because Treyarch thought of designing like a layout so you could actually go. There was an Armada map which was set like...
is that the one on the ship where you could go from one ship to another? Yes, okay.
It's a bit problematic, this one. It's more of a platformer, and there are a lot of snipers, so this one was really annoying. Crossroads was really fun. You just got in the tanks, did all that stuff. But there is a problem with the visibility, which I'll discuss more in my upcoming video covering this garbage. So that was.
Oh, by the way, Chris, while you're on, tell them about your channel. Promote your channel, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. So everyone on my channel called CT Gaming Zone, I'm covering all of the stuff related to shooters, like third-person stuff, sometimes like from back in 2015. Anyways, I cover Battlefield-styled stuff. Recently, I moved on to like Call of Duty. I've been covering Insurgency Sandstorm, and of course, Black Mesa, all of these shooters that are coming out. I also got some ideas on what to do with some interesting projects, which will be very interesting for you to see. Cheers for the shout out.
No worries. Not a problem. So, Chris, what did you think about the graphics on the game? Because I was really disappointed, and I spoke to the boys. We've still got to speak to Stealth about what he thinks. But when I was looking at the graphics, I thought, oh, God, these are so bad. It was like PS2 graphics. But then, yeah, they were absolutely awful.
This is an issue with the hard drive of a PS4, because when you actually load them, they're like have about 5 minutes worth of loading. So I was getting in the game. So it's similar to what we've seen with Sandstorm back in the days when it was unoptimized. You would spawn and the textures would be garbage, like PS1 style. You have to play for about like 2 minutes until all of these are streamed from the hard drive. So this is mostly an issue because they got the spinning stuff. So you can clearly tell they are preparing this thing for the next gen, because this is now already past generation. You can feel like it's already bottlenecked by these features. Graphics, they look like Modern Warfare. Like if they load up, they're Modern Warfare. So that's it. I don't get the deals like, oh my god, it's been downgraded. They're the fucking same. Like
it looked.
Palette seems a bit different.
In all fairness, I probably don't. Yes, I don't like that. But when we watched Jack Frags play it, I was in love with the graphics. It looked awesome. I personally think he had something else. Can we have? Yeah, I was just going to say, Stealth. Can we get Stealth in to see his opinion?
I just wanted to comment on this whole thing regarding Jack Frags and people being upset about it, but I say no. I say that's absolutely fine what they did. They gave him a PC version of the game, which is probably cross-playing into their system somehow, and I think that's absolutely fine.
But do you think it's fine? But on his hood, it actually said PS4 Play.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god!
Words. Data mining. If they had released that to a uncontrolled PC population, the game would have been ripped apart, and we would know everything.
No, I have no issue. Oh no, Stealth, you get me wrong. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that. What I mean is that Jack Frag should have come on there and said, "I've been given a PC build. I am playing against console players." But he actually had, and all these icons at the bottom were all redacted. But he had a PS4. PlayStation logo on there, rather than just say that I have got a PC build and I'm playing, because it was night and day. The graphics were night and day. I understand what you're saying, Stealth, that if you'd released PC versions of this alpha, then data miners would have had a field day. I understand that.
That in the NDA, whatever the devs have put in there, they probably don't want a quote-unquote PC version to exist yet. That is why it's probably happened in my mind. I don't think that this is just something that Jack Frags has just done. I think that this comes down to data mining protection.
Not slagging him, by the way.
No, not at all.
He's basically lying to people because people are thinking that's PS4.
And that's what we're going to get. And you're literally not going to get that.
And most people will watch Jack Frags because he's...
I'd like to butt in. Do you understand that you can actually place a mouse and a keyboard and use it?
Yes. Yes, but you wouldn't, Chris, you wouldn't redact. See at the bottom right, it actually says, okay, so your grenade, your non-lethal, your whatever, it was all redacted out, Chris.
And this is
It
what
was
I'm saying.
totally redacted out. It had like black squares over it. So it didn't say X, it didn't say 0, because underneath that, I'm sure it'd say something
He
like
was the only
Q.
one as well.
Yeah, he was the only one.
Only streamer.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying basically. I don't pin that on Jack. It's wrong, yes. I pin that on the devs or the marketing team or whoever has basically
Activision, full stop.
Yeah. I
Full
pin that
stop.
on Activision because I am certain that somewhere in Jack Frag's contract that says you can play this, you can stream this, whatever, but you must not let the
No,
world know.
definitely not going against Jack Frags. But what I think, I don't care. I think you should be transparent. You should have. He should have turned around then and said, "Look, I'm playing this, but I am playing on PC, and I understand what Chris says. You can play mouse keyboard on PS4 and the Xbox, but that was clearly, you could tell by the graphics, the field of view, everything. You could tell the movement. You could tell that was a PC.
Oh yeah, entirely. Like, and that's my point really. This is trashy and shit, but at the end of the day, we don't know why he did it, and that's my ultimate point. I feel it's probably
No problem with him doing it. I just think that everyone should have been transparent. It would have been no big deal for Activision to even say, look, we've give certain people access to a PC build. There you go. And it could have helped them because they could have turned around and said, and this proves that crossplay in the next game is working fine.
Yeah.
Crossplay in like recent years has been a big thing.
And it's going to be the only thing coming up. I just want to say hello to Lisa Hopkins again. She actually likes the way it looks. I like the way it looks on Jack Frags' video, but some of the other ones, it looked, and I know people are going to criticize, I know people are not going to agree with us, but I thought it looked a bit basic in all fairness.
To be honest, actually, I have just been doing some casual browsing in that, and I am actually finding PC gameplay of it.
Oh, you're actually finding it?
PC gameplay, yeah. I'm
Shit.
watching it right now. But skipping through it, I'm not seeing. Or I may well have just skipped over it. I'm not seeing PS4 logos, which is weird.
Oh, we seen that, Ben. Did we see it or not?
What, the PlayStation? logo?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah,
And we were watching someone actually playing PS4 gameplay. We actually seen that, and then I got a notification. I said, Ben, I'm just going to see what this looks like, and literally, I've said it over and over again. It was night and day. We were like crying, laughing. Because I even said, I'm going to get on that. I'm going to make a video about that. And I went the next day, and it was privated. I'm like, you bastard.
Yeah, having seen these other videos I'm literally watching right now where I'm not seeing any hints of it being on PS4, I would now say disregard my previous statements. I would say shifting towards Jack Frags being a bit shifty because I'm looking at someone playing now. I'm seeing that their grenades are bound to Q, their special is bound to.
Yeah. His was redacted. It was.
He was the only one who had it redacted. He had black squares
Yeah,
stopping you
that's
from.
And I'll say something. If anyone's watching this video and they don't believe us, Jack Frags, make that video public then. If you think we're talking bollocks, make that video public. All you have to do is click a button and we can see it was all redacted at the bottom.
Yeah, to be honest, literally seeing this, which is uploaded. When was Jack Frags' upload?
Last week we were doing the stream, last Friday.
Yeah,
It was actually on stream.
The video that I'm watching is from the 9th of this month. And it's completely uncensored. So yeah, that's definitely
Okay.
Jack Frags' end. He has definitely done something in that case if we've got gameplay from before his video, which is completely uncensored.
But it had the logo on as well. It had the PS4 logo, and I was
The
saying,
one that I'm looking at as well is just shy of 1 million views. So
shit,
yeah,
the money's there. Boom, there it is.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, exactly.
This thing is nearly hitting 1 million views, and Activision hasn't done anything about it.
Shit. Anyway, gentlemen, if it's all right with you, I think we've talked a bit too much about Black Ops. So I think I'm going to go to Chris first. Chris, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
We'll talk about Battlefield fake teasers. Is DICE mocking fans with the long wait for the next entry in the franchise? Chris, I'm going to go for one of those things that I don't recommend to anyone. So hopefully you lot will keep the chat going. Battlefield fake teasers. Chris, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
And if I'm not back, can someone else just take over while I have a cigarette?
Yeah.
So this is quite an interesting story because I even got some of the bigger YouTubers from Russian Federation. I also know like Game Changer, but he's more of an independent fella. He's been playing Battlefield since the start. So I've seen his content related to Battlefield 6, all of this bullshit. And what I can clearly tell, like the developers from DICE, especially Niklas Astrand, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, mate, but yours is a bit weird. So he started teasing like all of this Battlefield 3 stuff. So we got like this cut desert map from Battlefield, then you got like leaking the names for apparently upcoming maps. This was to build hype for apparently Battlefield 3 Remastered, and it went to nothing. This is where everything started to be doubtful, as we got more leaks, and we even got like a Twitter account. It was called Teeth something, and started like posting teasers in style of Battlefield 3. And when we actually take his tweet, his video, if you reverse it, you can hear like chatter, some bullshit. Oh, apologies for the sound. You can hear some bullshit from the background. If you reverse it, it's from Battlefield 3. So you start
It's been
teasing
debunked,
the
by the way.
community.
It's been debunked. It's not real.
It's been debunked. So he starts like pouring oil into the fire because he did this stuff. He tweeted random shit. Then this account spawned. And then it was all debunked, and he was like, oh, it's just like a fan account. Yet he started the strings with bullshit.
Yeah.
So they're doing like this scummy move. Like they're inspiring like fake hope in their community just to get like hype for the next title.
Yeah.
This is a big mistake they are doing because Battlefield V was an absolute train wreck. So you got this and you have nothing releasing until 2021. Everyone is just surging, like is seeping everything related to Battlefield, like every single information just to get something. Apparently there was a Bad Company 1 remaster or remake which was cancelled. It was actually confirmed and it was a thing. It sadly got destroyed. And apparently they're focusing more on like proper Battlefield experience, so they are targeting for 128 players. And apparently Battle Royale they are going to try to actually inspire on something. But don't you fucking dare to push fake stuff onto your community after a fucking train wreck, then expect them to actually accept this. So once it was debunked, we've seen like a lot of hate spawning from this. So you're just doing a bad job at like promoting your game. So shut the hell up if you're a developer, because you are bound to an NDA. You don't have to leak shit. That's an official information. Like you sign a contract. Developers have nothing to share when something isn't built until it's official and approved by the studio or EA. Starting speculations is actually breaching the contract, however you say it. So he's done some fucked up shit. And I don't know why he escaped unpunished, but something shady is going on at the DICE. This is why I wanted to cover this stuff. Because just starting faking stuff just to get attention, are you serious, mate? Call of Duty honestly destroyed this year's Battlefield hopes, so they are trying at least something.
That's what people were saying there. They were saying that this was to hijack the hype for Black Ops. So basically, Battlefield were putting out fake sort of teasers and stuff to divert people away from Black Ops Cold War. But I don't know.
That's a good idea, but if it's a fake, well, you get the deserved hate. and on
Yeah.
actual announcements, you are going to get destroyed for bullshit. And if we get another Battlefield V kind of reveal, this franchise is fucked and it's gone from.
We probably will, though.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
likely.
will.
It's likely that we will. Because
Yeah.
they're not. I feel like they're just going to ramp it up. Now, I don't feel like they've listened. They don't really give a shit. It's
Well,
I
this
don't
is
know.
the thing. Like, they can have shit happen, and they can have shit happen again, maybe even a third time. But as soon as it becomes real, people fucking forget about it because people don't care. Most people don't have that long an attention span to
No, they
remember
don't.
about the shit that came before.
That's what I
And in
wanted
the
to
end,
point
they
out.
just look back at it and go, "Oh, do you remember all that fake shit?" And they don't take it seriously anymore. So long as something real comes out at the end of it,
So
what
you
they
lose
do get
everything.
upset about is when something doesn't come. But as soon as it does, they forget.
Yeah, 100%. It's like it's like with Sandstorm, all the hate that those devs were getting. We'll all probably most of them will forget about it when they release it on console or whatever. You just forget because you there's only you remember it obviously because it's going on now, but we'll forget about it when obviously they.
Oh, yeah, I mean, a good example of that is if you look at the comments for like recent posts regarding them moving over to Saber Interactive, people have already switched their tune from going
June, yeah.
go so
Oh, hey,
to just
yeah. When
"Oh,
it was
actually,
like,
cool,
every
nice stuff,
post,
thumbs up."
every post they were putting, it was like, when is this releasing? When is this releasing? And then I saw, like you said, on the last post that they put, it's like, oh, take my money, take my money, I'll buy it, I'll buy it.
It's just like,
And it's like,
Have we gone back to Sandstorm?
we're using them as an
we
example.
were
for
using
that.
it as an example.
Oh, right, okay.
Like attention span, like with Battlefield 5, we all forget. It's like there's only so much attention we'll give to something, and then we soon forget. We'll be like, even with Battlefield in like a couple of years' time, we'll be like, oh, remember that time that they're all doing that shit, and it just goes out of people's minds. It's just like a past event because
Yeah.
No, definitely.
with our lives, don't
Just
we?
bring you up to speed, Devlin. What I basically said was, yes, this shit's happening and it's fake. And they could do it once, twice, 3 more times. But as soon as they do something real, people will
Then-
forget about it and just think,
right.
"Oh yeah, remember that dumb shit."
Yeah.
Well, I remember that Teat guy that was faking, which was probably Nicholas Estrand as well. Like just releasing these teasers that it's just I don't get it.
He's a one for that, though.
I hate that Nicholas Estrand. He's,
No, hate's a big word, Ben.
well, I dislike him. I think he's a bit of a knob.
He's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a knob, but he actually supported my development of Battlefield 3 mods. We will
Woohoo!
go to
Oh,
Battlefield
did they?
4 mods, so
I don't
he's
like
done his shit. We are working right now on a secret project. I sadly can't share any more details, but it's related to Battlefield 3
details.
modding. So.
But actually, I would like to do a podcast about that, Chris, you saying that. When you can share details, it'd be nice to talk about communities like that, in all fairness. And I'm being a bit vague there, but yeah, it'd be nice if, because that's how I got interested in you, Chris, not in a gay way, but... but it'd be nice to have a podcast about that, like the modding community. Just want to say hello again to Lisa Hopkins. I have no idea what the city background is, in all fairness. Robbed it off the internet.
Looks
so,
like LA. It looks like.
do you
LA.
think so? I've never been there. I've been to New York, but I've never been to LA.
Yeah, because it looks like that GTA 5, the buildings at the back.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I have no idea, in all
I was
fairness.
instantly thinking that. I'll have a look.
I thought the Americans would have known better than me. And having said that, that was probably a bit ignorant of me. Just because it's skyscrapers, it doesn't mean it's American. At the end of the day,
Definitely LA. That is.
so how far did we get on the Battlefield then? Have we discussed it, or do we need to move on, or whatever? I think we could have a bit of an open session. I don't know.
We've sort of remarked all that is of worth
Remarkable.
about it. Yeah, it was fake. We said it was fake. We said the impacts that that's going to have on things, and then ultimately people are going to forget. There's not much more that
What
can
else
be
can you
said
say?
about it. Yeah, it was fake at the end of the day. Shrug, move on.
Okay, so just before we sort of finish, we've got a bit of time, I suppose, left. just before I go into advertising what us lads are trying to concentrate on, and I'm going to be transparent about that. I'll talk about that soon. Is there anything else on the internet? Anything else that anyone would like to talk about? Because it'd be nice to do a bit of an open mic sort of session for about 15 minutes. Does that mean no?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head that we haven't discussed, really. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if we're purely going open mic, Baldur's Gate, the thing that I said I would be covering come its release in about 4 days' time. Sadly, it's not happening. It's been bumped back.
How's that? Why is that?
It just needed more work.
Oh, okay. And did were they transparent about it? Did they say?
Incredibly. Larry
Well, that
incredibly good with that.
that's all people want.
Yeah, exactly. Because they told us about a month, maybe a bit longer ago, that they're going for a release of 30th of this month. I know I mentioned it at least 2 weeks ago. And then end of last week, I think it was, they said, we're going to have to put it back, but we're only putting it back 1 week. And we will release it on the 7th, is what they've said. So, being Larian and being what they've done thus far, we trust them, and the community seems very happy. They've also said that they want to put it back because they're doing certain things with it, and they just want to get it out in a good state. So, that's how you do it.
Do you know what? Actually, that's a really decent comment, Stealth. But you know what's just popped in my head that maybe we could talk about? And I'll just say 2 words: Microsoft, Bethesda. Shit! What the fuck happened there?
Or as me and my friends have said, the return of quality assurance to Bethesda.
Shit!
Then again, fuck me. Oh,
Good acquisition.
Best YouTube.
Oh, great acquisition.
Best YouTube comment that I've seen about this was just Todd Howard managed to sell Skyrim one last time.
Shit. So, can I go to Chris on this? Do you think this is a good move, Chris?
Actually, this is a very decent move because with the stagnation seen in Fallout 4, and I actually pre-ordered that garbage in 2015.
Oh, you didn't?
I was like, all right, so this is basically Fallout 3. You just change the setting and you put me like there is you as a father, you find your fucking son. So what's the point? It's just the reverse and with a little bit more graphical settings, like add some flares and bullshit. So yeah, Bethesda was really downgrading itself, like it was lacking. I'm not talking about the Doom stuff, because Doom franchise has been blowing up recently. Doom Eternal.
Yeah, exactly. It has.
They weren't involved in it.
So it's not like this half. It's the other half, which was actually doing Bethesda original games. So we have like studios like id Tech doing all of their stuff in Doom Eternal. We got like the Wolfenstein studio as well, and there's the Bethesda original, which did the Fallout. This thing is what actually went downhill with Fallout 76. All of that drama, everyone knows it. I'm not gonna say it anymore. This is a good thing because they got purchased. Since Doom now has a chance to grow even higher, and now they got quality assurance on original Bethesda stuff. So they might as well just, destroy that creation engine garbage and create something new, finally.
Because love or hate Microsoft, they will get shit done.
Yeah.
They will get destroyed and there will be firings. Because, Fallout 76 is like a complete disaster. From 2018 to 2020, right now it's in a playable state, but like it's been like a life support style of stuff.
Right.
Going from Anthem, it basically was an Anthem which released and was like made playable.
Don't mention Anthem.
Anthem existed, didn't it? I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the thing that released
God,
and
I
died on
forgot about
arrival.
that.
I actually enjoyed the alpha and the beta, and I had some fun with Chris, but we obviously encountered a lot of bugs. I think that could have been massive. It could have been brilliant, Anthem.
Yeah, looks like
If they're
I
doing it
think the
properly,
2.0 update might as well be just scrapped because there is silence for like more than half a year now. So
Yeah, that's dead. That's definitely
that is
dead.
dead, so
So, what do you think, Ben? Do you think it's a good, bad move? And then we'll go on to stealth.
Yeah, I think it's good move. I think it's great for the Xbox Game Pass. I'm loving it. For that Xbox
Definitely.
Game Pass. I think honestly the Game Pass right now is so it's great value. I think for if you're looking at to sign up to any of these subscription sort of models, I think Xbox Game Pass for me is the best right now. I mean,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
many games that they're just acquiring studios at the moment. I mean, Microsoft can buy out anyone.
So are the Embracer Group. Have you seen
Yeah.
them?
Well,
They're
they're
fucking
buying-
buying they're buying everyone.
And they're buying more as well.
Yeah, they bought one like 3 days ago or
reason
something.
why they're
Well, that's what
actually
probably
purchasing
Microsoft are going to do. They're just going to keep buying and buying, and I think eventually, well, they're just going to keep acquiring these studios and just keep putting them on the Game Pass. So
But that was a model for Activision and EA originally. I mean,
yeah,
again,
EA
I say
kind of-
love them or hate them. That's
EA
what they
left that
did.
Origin
Yeah.
Game Pass though. They've have they what's happened with Origin? Are they still supporting?
Well, it's still there. It's still there, obviously.
They've gone
But
to Steam though, haven't they? They've
It's
kind
still
of,
there, and
actually
just
changed
like
it.
everything that EA touches, it has degraded over time, and it will
Yeah.
eventually die a death. But EA is going to keep it alive because it's their launcher, and because it's getting them Game Pass off of people that know no better, or people that just don't cancel subscriptions.
I bought it.
good. I bought it as well. I'm not gonna lie. but oh well, it's one of them. It was good value at the time, but they've let it go. They don't even give a shit anymore.
No, exactly. I think,
they've made the money with the Steam deal.
and they've made the right decision by putting
Yeah,
all
good
the games on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Stealth? What are your views on the buyout of Bethesda by Microsoft?
I'm really happy that Bethesda's been bought out because Bethesda couldn't be trusted with Bethesda's things anymore.
No, that's a sad comment, but it's true.
Yeah, it's really, really sad because I remember back in 2011, Skyrim comes out for the first time. Everybody was praising Bethesda. Everyone was on Bethesda's side. You couldn't, for the life of you, find someone that was going to be saying negative things about them in a true and sticking sense. And over the years, they've just abused that trust and they've just let themselves fall so far. It's been a textbook fall from grace for them,
Yeah.
which is really unfortunate because they're a studio that goes back for forever.
Forever.
Yeah, they are almost like progenitor levels. I mean, same with it, for example. But the baseline is
That's the point, Ed.
Bethesda is gone, basically. What we're now going to get is a Microsoft company. I'm quite happy about that because Microsoft, they at least put some thought and effort into their quality control.
And again, it's a love or hate. You either love them or you hate them, but I think it's nothing but a good thing for Bethesda.
And the other thing is, I am so glad that Bethesda got bought out because they were slowly being killed by losing their fan base. And if they had died, no more Elder Scrolls, no more Fallout. Two of the most iconic game series
Ever.
in recent times. Yeah, ever even. They have been given a new lease of life. They have gotten off that, that imminent train wreck, I dare say. They are on a safe hands now. I'm very happy about that. I'm really honestly looking forward to seeing an Elder Scrolls 6, a Fallout 5, Fallout 6. So I can see these series going for years, if not decades to come. I see them entertaining the next generation easily. So I'm really, really happy about that personally. However, one thing I am worried about is because these things are such iconic series, which are so far reaching, Microsoft exclusivity. I can see the PlayStation ports going bye-bye, and I think that...
Oh, do you think?
I think that if it does, I think that's a genuine shame because, as I say, these things have entertained, the generation before me. They've entertained my generation. They'll entertain generations after me. And I think that'd be a crying shame to take Elder Scrolls or Fallout away from Sony fans. I don't know if Microsoft will do it, but I honestly hope that they don't.
This is what I wanted to actually highlight. They've been on this buying spree is because Xbox right now has no fucking exclusives because everyone remembers the 8th generation. So they got like Halo, that was Halo 5, and what else? Like, tell me what else? What?
Well, Chris, yes, you're actually saying that now. That's exactly it with the Xbox. What have they got? The only iconic game that they've got as an exclusive is Halo.
Yeah, and sadly,
I mean,
as
no
Halo,
more.
Hello.
the new
It's
trilogy
no more,
has
now it's
just
on PC.
gone fucking downhill because that's what happens when you put another company in charge of your fucking baby. I'm absolutely unashamed in saying that 343 has fucked up Halo beyond all recognition.
Do you think?
Oh
I
hell
agree
yeah!
on that.
Oh
I agree.
hell yeah! Like yeah, the multiplayer is still good and it's still Halo and shit, but Halo was equally weighted between your single player story and your multiplayer. It was never a one or the other deal with Halo. You got the package deal, and now, fuck me, what the fuck have you done with my? I was playing that shit as a kid. What have you done with my series? Give it me back, you bastards!
Shit.
It's like, Jesus, honestly, Halo 4 was forgivable. I didn't personally like the story in Halo 4, but you know, it was solid multiplayer and it was forgivable. Halo 5, absolutely unforgivable. Infinite has to pull something out of the fucking bag, or I think 3.
I'm
that's
sad
more
to
on it.
disappoint you, mate. They
Yeah,
are
I
actually
don't think
targeting live service, so it's a live service, so it might as well just be like the last Halo game, from what I
Yeah,
heard.
I have
so-
been saying I am genuinely afraid that we will get Destiny wearing Halo skin.
I'm actually a Destiny fan. I like
Oh, nothing wrong
Destiny,
with
so
it. I just think that
Nothing
there's a
wrong, mate,
genuine
but-
danger of that.
We are losing a franchise which was really
Yeah, yeah.
rememberable.
We are
Played them after-
watching.
I think you're probably right at the end of the day.
Yeah, 'cause
'Cause
that's the thing. I say that with a very, very heavy heart because I absolutely love the franchise and the media around it. I've got a couple of the books even, but you look at Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, the wealth of story that was in them. 4, new trodden ground, setting up a new story. 5, what the fuck? Like 5 just proves that 343 is completely out of touch with the actual story in the universe. It's just garbage. And 6, we have had absolutely no inclinations as to how that fits into the storyline proper. It's the death of a franchise. There's no other way to describe it.
do you think it's that bad? Do you think?
Halo is going the way of Fallout?
Yeah,
Shit.
sadly this, because
Also, Howard,
go
fuck off.
from
What's I would say?
sorry, but fuck you. Halo was
I know, yeah. It was actually. Howard's getting destroyed tonight.
I'm just going to explain to you what happened to Halo. So basically, you got the first 2 games. You got the story of Master Chief. So basically, the main
That's 3.
People love that.
Then you go to fucking Halo 5, and Master Chief is like a secondary character. So what the fuck are you doing?
What they tried to do in Halo 5 was they
Fuck the franchise up.
they took Chief's story. They took it would be exactly the same as if you took any other major look at it. If you took fucking Link from the Zelda series, or if you took, I don't know, fucking pick a character, Samus from not fucking Metro, what am I on about? Samus from Metroid. If you took them and then said, this is their game franchise, but we're not going to talk about them. We're going to talk about Bob. Who the fuck is Bob?
Who the fuck is Bob?
Yeah, they tried to insert a character into Chief's story and they expected people to care about him. No one cared about him. The only people we cared about was motherfucking Buck, because Buck is a badass. And Buck was a side character. He just might as well not have existed. And then, just to take that back a bit, they then also just fucked the story. The story makes little to no sense, and the only little strand that holds it together is if you know external lore that's not present in the games, bar half a sentence in one of the rare loot crates, I believe it is. It's a load of garbage. Like, fuck me, 5 would not have existed, basically. We should have just gone 4, some shit happened, don't worry about it. Infinite. 5 is absolutely worthless to the story and has done nothing but make Halo's position even more perilous in the games market.
Mate,
Shit. So I think
can
with
actually make you more depressed because Halo Infinite.
I'm
might be
very
worse
good
than
at that.
Yep.
If you want me to slow you
I was
down,
just about to promote your channel then, Stealth.
Sorry.
Go on, Chris.
Go ahead, mate.
So, I swear, if they fuck up Halo Infinite, if they make it like a Destiny, it's like taking Battlefield and turning it to Call of Duty. So, why? Why are you doing this to your franchise? Everyone used to love it. Once they switched to this studio like Bungie did its best. So, they gave an idea. You should just develop it based on their past experiences. So, you take it, you play it. All right. So these folks did this kind of story. So it's logical to go there. No.
Can I follow that, please, Chris?
Yeah, sure, man.
This is going back a long, long way, so I am paraphrasing to the best of memory, but when the Bungie devs who made Halo were asked about Chief, they said that Chief isn't someone. Chief is a suit of armor that the player inserts themselves into. When 343 was asked about it and asked who Chief was, they gave some random-ass half-baked spiel as to Chief as a character, which speaks volumes. Chief is no longer the player character. Chief is just some entity that they have now squeezed into the armor to replace you, the player. And it shows. We are now completely out of touch with our main character because it's not our story anymore. It's not something that we feel we're involved in anymore. It's just some shit that they want to put in front of us, and we just get to play through it.
And it's a shame because from going from those first games where you experience it as you, not as Master Chief, you are playing that.
Your name is Chief, but you're a suit of armor.
You're in that suit of armor. And you go from an entity which goes for live services. And apparently they are going to divide the stories from what I heard. So they are releasing like parts of campaign as updates and stuff like this. What the fuck? We're expecting a proper story.
It's difficult and it's sad, but as I say, one of three things will happen. Halo Infinite, I keep on calling it Halo 6. Halo Infinite will kill the series. Halo Infinite will be some weird sort of stepping stone until we get a Halo 7, which will actually put us back to square one of will this kill it, will this not kill it? Or by the grace of God and all that is holy, Halo Infinite will somehow...
Fucking hell, are you getting Catholic?
No, I'm not. It's just the first time it came to me. Would you prefer Allah? Would you prefer Odin?
Do you know what? Be sociable, acceptable, the fucking lot of them.
I personally would favour hell. Why not?
But having said that, I've not heard a lot from Ben. What are your thoughts on Halo again, Ben?
Halo. I don't massively enjoy Halo, to be honest.
Oh, shit.
I'm not.
Fuck off.
I mean, my mate had told me about the new Halo. I wasn't interested because I've just never been involved with it. But I know Xbox, all they do is they're just, for me anyway, it just looks like they're living off Halo. They need to.
That's the ironic thing.
It is a decent game, though. It is a really decent game.
So, like, I'd like to see him push something else, just make a bigger title like a Halo. But like I said, I've never been.
Well, that's the thing.
in it.
You say a bigger title. Halo 3 on release was the best-selling game of all time.
Apparently.
It was.
Oh.
At
Fuck.
release, Halo
Stand
3
corrected.
Halo 3 was just bang. It just went straight to number one within a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah, I understand what Ben's saying, though, that's what Xbox are. They rely on that title.
Like they're relying on it a bit too much, but then they are buying up other studios, which is
So the bottom line is, it is a good thing that they're buying up Bethesda.
Oh, yeah. I was actually about to say, piggybacking Ben's point, if Halo goes under, oops. Gotta do something about that.
Oh, I've just pulled out my headphones. So, No, thank you, Chris. You're awesome. That looks brilliant on stream, by the way. So we've gone an hour and whatever. I've actually really enjoyed tonight's stream. So I'm going to be sort of narcissistic because I think the four guys, even Slavic, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there.
Halo stuff.
I know, we've seen that.
How would I agree?
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the last subject Chris talked about, and we're going to be blatant about what we're doing, and I'm going to be transparent. Any purchases from the advertisers on the site, I'm going to first pay for the hosting. I'm going to pay for anything that's external, and then I'm going to split it actually with the five boys. So can we just, I don't know what your thoughts are, but can we talk about trngaming.co.uk or .com?
Join it.
Because not many people will get to the end of the video.
Yeah.
Devlin, your mic step.
Oh, is it dead?
Oh, it's back.
No, he's back on, yeah.
he's
I
back.
think you should join it because there's not many people who are doing gaming forums or anything, are there? I don't know anyone that's doing.
I can't think
forum
immediately.
dedicated
Think
to
of someone
gaming.
dedicated to gaming.
And we are really doing it, and we're all doing it.
Yeah.
It's just a site for people to
Get on.
get on it. At the end of the day, you can post what you want with no aspirations to be anything but what we are. It's a gaming social network. Please join. It's www.trngamers.co.uk.
Voice chat doesn't work, but
Voice chat still doesn't work. I'm getting it on it. I'm trying to get streaming on it as well. I've paid a fucking fortune for an SSL. And I'm trying to get streaming. I'm trying to get voice chat. Ben tried to help me the other day. The voice chat is not actually working at the moment. You can leave voice messages, but you can't leave, or you can't have voice chat at the moment. Yes, exactly, voice chats. And I want to do that because I want to be, or we want to be, because it's all of us, and I'm saying it live on stream, it's all of us, that I want anything that happens to TRN Gaming to be beneficial to us. Monetary, I'm going to be totally transparent, but having said that, I want it to be a place for gamers to express the views and be totally true of what they say. It's not going to be a Facebook. It's not going to be a
not going to censor anyone.
Twitter. No, I'm not going to censor people. Look, if you spam shit, I've banned people because they've fucking put trainers advertisements on there. But if anyone would like to join, if it's concerning gaming or whatever, we're quite happy for people to join and put whatever what you want on there. So anyone else like to say anything about anything?
No, I don't know.
No.
I think that Howard's just a bit upset because Battlefield's the only thing you can compare with Weezer.
He said I'd rather play Battlefield 5.
Oh, you're Howard, you're fucked up then. Mate, you're fucked up.
Everyone about dying.
No.
I'd rather play
You
Battlefield 5.
disappointed me, so I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I
Fucking-
agreed with him on Halo sucks, but I'd rather play
Well, to be fair
Battlefield
though,
5
Ben,
than-
you've never really got stuck into Halo by your own admission.
No, well that's a good point. I've never experienced it, so I can't say whether it's shit or not. I can just say I've
Halo
never
is a
been
love or
interested
hate.
in it.
I will admit
Yeah.
that, definitely.
No.
Is that a love or a hate Halo then? Are we sort of stopping there?
I'm completely open to people saying it's bad because, yeah, it does have issues, but I personally just really enjoy it.
So, gentlemen, anyway, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to start off with Stealth because I always leave him to the last. Again, just say one or two things about yourself, promote your channel, tell people what you're all about and what you want to do in the future, because we're going to close the stream now. So I'm going to hand you over to Stealth. A little bit about yourself. Off you go.
Hey guys, I am Stealth Slicer. I mostly just do whatever takes my fancy on YouTube. Primarily, it's just been Insurgency Sandstorm, touched on Stalker 2 a little, hoping to do a lot more content in the future. Diversifying the channel a little bit, just seeing what's out there. But thank you very much for being with us this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Congrats to you, the chat. Stay safe. Love you guys.
And over to Chris.
So, cheers everyone for joining us tonight. I know I've been later joining this one because I've been doing some stuff in the background. Thank you very much for hosting me on this thingy. We had a fun talk. We spoke about PlayStation, VRTX stuff, with tech. We also got to speak about Sandstorm, Battlefield stuff, Call of Duty, all of the default stuff. I really enjoyed tonight's talk. And thank you very much for promoting my channel once again. It's at Christie Gaming Zone, yours truly. I'm going to cover some Black Ops garbage and maybe some mods once again in the future. So cheers and have a good night. Stay safe. And of course, disinfect your hands because we got a coof outside.
And over to Ben.
Hello, my name's Ben, aka North Cinematics. Yeah, it's been a good stream tonight. If you want to go check out my channel, you can. North Cinematics. I've just uploaded a video. If you're interested in Insurgency Sandstorm, then yeah, you might want to go check out my channel. Also, I'm going to be checking out the Call of Duty Black Ops, see how that gets on. I can't wait to play that on my PC. Hopefully, it looks better than PS4 gameplay. But yeah, I like games. So if you like games as well, go check out my channel, basically. So, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's all the boys that we've had on tonight. I've had a really good stream tonight. Thank you for anyone who's joined us or who will watch this live stream afterwards. I'm Mr. Devlin, and from the boys and myself,